Children and adolescent literature is all about the common behavior of adolescents with the influence the family and the society. So, let's start. Behavior of adolescents which influence the family and society. To be reported by Jinil Itu Yugon, BSED English 3. Understanding teenage behavior problems and tips to handle them. Understanding teenage behavior problem. 1. What is normal teen behavior? 2. Risky behavior in teenagers. 3. Difficult teenage behavior, teenage girl behavior problem, teenage boy behavior problem, and tips to deal with teen behavior. So these are my topics to be discussed. Dealing with a teenager is not easy. No matter how good a parent you are and how great your relationship with the child is, you are likely to face parental roadblock when it comes to your teenagers. Behavior problems are common in teenagers, but you can deal with them with ease if you are willing to put in the effort to understand what they are going through and what is that they need from you. What is normal teen behavior? If you ask yourself this question, you are not alone. Parents could have difficulty understanding how their valuable little girl or boy had become so inscrutable. It is normal for teenagers to be moody because of the hormonal changes they through. The changes happening to a neutral pathway in their brain and ongoing growth of their body. Whilst many teens appears to be in the same size as an adult, they still do not have the same lung capacity, and this adds to the changes going on their brain, making them feel tired easily. So these are the 10 common behavior problems in teenagers. Behavior issues in adolescents are normal. For ease for understanding, common teenage behavior have been categorized into risky and difficult teenage behavior. So let's proceed to the risky behavior in teenagers. Teenage behavior which can lead to self-harm or physical or psychological damage are considered as risky teen behavior. Keeping a close eye on the child can help you curb the issues before it blows out of proportion. So number 1, sex, alcohol, and drugs. So solution. As a future parent, do not approve these activities, but at the same time, do not panic or react instantly. Teenage could take to alcohol early due to violence or abuse at home, parents' divorce, or sheer peer pressure. One of the most effective ways to prevent alcohol or drug abuse is to talk about it. Talk to them calmly and explain why they shouldn't be indulging in drugs, alcohol, or sex early in their life. Avoid an accusing tone when you bring up the issues and try to be friendly. So children are also at the risk of taking alcohol without their knowledge. Sometimes teen worries that not having alcohol or drug is uncool and may be under peer pressure to say yes to it. So to avoid that, teach the kids early on how they say no to alcohol or drugs when someone's offer to them. Number 2, increase use of communication devices and social media. So monitor how they use the internet, keep a tab on their browsing history if possible. Have an open arrangement about it so that you don't have to check on them behind their back. Also encourage them to talk about what they do online by being friendly or open to their ideas and interests. Another way to deal with these issues is to have restricted on time spent on texting and calling their friends or on social media when they are at home. Mood swing. Mood swings are common in teenagers, with them being happy sometimes or cracky on the other times. Anything and everything can set them off, and they can go endless tirades on how unfair you are. Mood swing can also indicate depression sometimes, so parents can distinguish between teen rebellion and mood swings. And depression may consider the severity and duration of the mood swings and to determine that are affected by their swings. Yes, so as a teenager, we have this mood swing on us. So as a parent, you need to focus on your child to avoid rebellion on their child. Aggression. Your teenager may get angry with you, often and for reasons that are incomprehensible. They may become argumentative and talk back more they did when they were child or kids. Understand that anger is normal human emotion. It is common among teens. But if they don't canalize their anger properly, it can become aggression and result in violence, which can be dangerous to them and others. 5. Lying or hiding facts. It can be devastating for parents to find that their child has lied to them or has not revealed everything. The truth is that their new sense of independence makes it seem unnecessary for them to tell you everything. Also, the fear of being judged and punished by force your teen to lie, which could become a compulsive habit if not nipped in the bud. So, as a future parent, you need to tell them not to lie and teach them to be loyal on you and to others, or being honest. Difficult behaviors are not harmful for them, but they can strain the relationship you have with your teen. Number 6. Defying rules and arguing. Teenagers are rebellious. They may not always want to do what you tell to them and would want to see the extent to which they can defy you. When teenagers argue with you and refuse to obey rules, do not punish them and act like a giant, as make them more stubborn. They break rules more often. They may refuse to do chores and talk back all the time. Solution. Teenagers are confused and need guidance to stay on the right path. They need limits to help them in staying control. Right? When you create rules, you can create limits to them. Be clear about the rules, be it about how late they can stay out in school or what they are purposed to do at home. 7. Drastic changes in appearance. The rebellion bug combined with the enthusiasm to experiment can make your teen do a lot of things you may not understand. One of them is drastic change in their appearance. Your child may take to a specific style of dressing, may exist of having nothing but branded clothes, or may change their hairstyle without consulting you. Girls may start using makeup, while boys may change their hairstyle and get tattooed. Solution. The most important thing you can do as a parent is accept them as they are and help them to do the same. Teach them to embrace who they are and what they look. They will help them deal with the pressuring of looking cool or hot when they start in high school. Number 8. Decrease communication. Your teenager is not talking to you as much as you want him or her to. But think about it, did you talk to your parents all the time as a teenager? Probably not. Also, your teen may seem to share more with her friends than she does with you. While you may want to know about everything that happens in your child's life, it is not reasonable ask for a teenager. So, solution. If you force your teenager to tell you everything, they may add off fabricating stories to please you, which is not what you want. Accept that your teenager will not tell you everything. However, do not let them know they must inform you all about all of the important events of their lives as you are the guardian. Emphasize that you like to know what's happening in their life only because you care about them and want them to be happy. Make sure that they are happy. Number 9. Spending more time with friends. Teenagers' sense of identity is based on who they hang out with. If they seem to be spending more time with their friends instead of with you at home, it is because they want to fit in, which is typically teenager behavior. The problem is when your teen spends more time with people you do not approve of, not that your teen cares about your approval, or with people who you think can influence your teen's negatively. Solution. You may not like your teenager's friends because of their appearance or because of their attitude. If its appearance, remember that it is not always a good idea to judge a book by its cover. Take the time to know your child's friends before rejecting them. Teenage behavior. Remember that building a network outside of the family unit is a normal part of a teenager developing more independence. If you find that your teen behavior has significant change, bring it to the notice without making it seem like it is their fault. Solution. Teenage is the right time to introduce decision-making skills. Teach them different way in which an option can be evaluated or grounded to make the right choice. Make sure that you do not, anyway, put them down or laugh at them for not being able to make a simple choice. Also, avoid the temptation to make the choice for them. The typical teenage girl behavior problems. Teenage girls are exposed to a number of stress factors that put them at the risk of developing eating disorder, anxiety problems, and substance abuse. So teenager girls are vulnerable emotional and physical and can be influenced by the internal stressors like hormone changes and external stressors like peer pressure and academic pressure. Understand that it is difficult for your daughter to be in teen. It is for you to be teen parents. So these factors are the main the behavior of the girls to deal with their problems. Typical teenage boy behavior problem. 1. Boys tend to repress their feelings and not talk about them. In fact, a lot of teenage boys look and discussing their emotion as a sign of weaknesses, so they do not cry in front of others. Teen boys tend to start drugs and drinking earlier than girls, which is why parents need to be extra careful. Recklessness is yet another trait that teenage boys have, which draw them to speeding and indulging in risky activities. More tips to deal with teens' behavior. Have a healthy relationship with a teenager if you are willing to be patient and put in the effort to understand and work with the kid. Number 1. Create a trusting relationship. Trust is important for any relationship. If you want your teenagers to listen to you or consider what you say, you should earn their trust. Keep an open relationship where you share things with each other. When you share important things about your life and work, your teen will know that you trust him and is more likely to open up to you about his life. Number 2. Emphasize. Remember what a teenager wants, no matter how reasonable the teen's behavior may seem. Try to imagine how they are feeling, put yourself in their shoes, and understand their perspective. When you reflect their feelings, they feel acknowledged and are willing to share their feelings, ideas, and opinion freely. Number 3. Respect them. Do you want teen respect you? Teach them about it by respecting them. Fear or intimidating cannot earn teen respect. Lead by example. Respect their personality, ideas, and emotion. Number 4. Offer help. Most teenagers can take care of themselves and may not need your help. However, it is important to let them know that you are willing to help them should they need any. Some teens may feel the needs to do everything on their own and consider seeking help as a sign of inadequacy. 5. Show them you care. Teenagers may hate you or at least say so. That may not necessarily be true. Also, they may see your discipline and strictness as hatred towards them and believe that you are only want to make life difficult for them. You can prevent your teenager from developing negativity feelings toward you by showing that you care. Tell them how much you love them and do little things to make them happy. Show you are interested in what they are interested in. This will help keep the communication channels open for when they really need to talk to you. My references, and that's all. Thank you and God bless.